What are the best pacing strategies for ultra-endurance events? Imagine running a race that lasts 4 hours or even days. How do athletes keep going without burning out early? That's where pacing strategies come into play. Ultra-endurance events like 100-kilometer runs, 24-hour races, or multi-day triathlons need careful planning. The key is to balance speed with energy conservation. If you go too fast at the start, you risk early fatigue and crashing before the finish line. But if you start too slow, you might not reach your best possible time. Most top performers in these long races use a pacing style called even pacing. That means they keep a steady speed from start to finish. For example, in a 24-hour run, the current world record holder kept her pace very consistent. She avoided running faster than her planned speed early on, saving energy for the later hours. She only increased her pace if she felt strong enough near the end. This approach helps prevent early exhaustion and allows her to maintain a high average speed throughout the race. In ultra-triathlons, which are much longer than a standard Ironman, the best women who set world records also used even pacing. They divided the race into segments and stuck to a steady effort. Some athletes do use positive pacing, starting fast and slowing down, but as the race gets longer, even pacing tends to work better. Slower finishers often show more variable pacing, which is less efficient over long distances. Several factors influence how you should pace. The course terrain matters. Flat courses make even pacing easier, while hilly or changing terrain might requiring adjustments. Age and experience also play a role. Older athletes tend to be more conservative with their pace. Gender can influence pacing too, with some evidence suggesting women pace more evenly than men in ultra events. Physiologically, staying below the aerobic and lactate thresholds is vital. The aerobic threshold is the highest effort level where your body can rely mainly on oxygen for energy. The lactate threshold is when lactate starts to build up in your blood, causing fatigue. Keeping effort below these points helps conserve glycogen stores and delays exhaustion. Many athletes relying on perceived effort, running by how hard it feels, rather than just heart rate, especially over many hours. For those aiming to set records or improve personal bests, a few practical tips are useful. First, start conservatively and resist the urge to go out fast just because you feel good. Stick to a pace you can sustain. Maintain a steady effort, adjusting only 4 major changes in terrain or weather. Use perceived effort to guide your effort level, not just speed or heart rate. Plan regular breaks for nutrition and hydration, which help keep your energy levels stable. If you have reserves, a controlled increase in pace near the end can give you a boost, but only if you're confident you can hold it. Understanding your body's limits is also important. The aerobic threshold is the highest effort you can sustain using oxygen alone. The lactate threshold signals when fatigue is starting to set in. Staying below these thresholds during the race helps you keep a consistent pace. Looking at world record performances, it's clear that even pacing is close to the maximum human capacity for these events. The best athletes are already pushing the limits of what's possible. Small improvements in pacing, nutrition, and recovery can make the difference between a record and a near miss. In these long races, patience and steady effort often win over speed. The most successful runners and triathletes are those who hold back early, stay steady in the middle, and finish strong. That's how they turn long-distance challenges into human feats of stamina.